Brothers from Warangal, two brothers named Harihara and Bukka were originally from Warangal, a Hindu kingdom. They were captured by Sultan Muhammad Tughlaq and made to convert to Islam. The Sultan sent Harihara and Bukka back to the region of Kampil, later known as Hampi, to restore Muslim rule there, which had faced resistance. Instead of following the Sultan's orders fully, Harihara and Bukka started to re-establish Hindu rule in the region of Kampil. The Vijaynagara Empire became a significant center of Hindu culture, art, and architecture. It played a crucial role in South Indian history, resisting various invasions and fostering a rich cultural heritage. Influence of sage Vidyaranya, they met a wise man named Vidyaranya who guided them in both worldly matters and spiritual beliefs. He convinced them that it was their duty to leave Islam and support the ancient Hindu way of life. Vidyaranya's help, Vidyaranya played a crucial role. He persuaded his own teacher, Vidyatirtha, who was a respected spiritual leader, that it was important for Harihara and Bukka to return to Hinduism to protect its teachings. With Vidyatirtha's approval, Harihara and Bukka were formally reconverted to Hinduism. To remove any doubts, it was declared that Harihara ruled not by his own right but as a representative of the god Virupaksha. Harihara even adopted the name of the god Virupaksha for signing official documents. Foundation of Vijaynagara, in the year 1336, Harihara was crowned as the king of a new kingdom called Hampi Hastinavati. To mark this occasion, he laid the foundations of a new capital city named Vijaynagara on the same day. Harihara I, son of Sangama. He declared his independence and celebrated his coronation. Around 1336 to 1356 AD, his kingdom stretched from Nellore in the southeast to Davao and Badami in the northern Karnataka. Close to the Andhra Confederacy, led by Kapaya Naika, who had recently defeated the Sultan of Delhi. Even though Kapaya had no direct issue with Harihara, he was allied with Ballala III, who had been defeated by Harihara. Prolaya Varna, an important member of the Andhra Confederacy, was driven out of his ancestral home by Harihara and was unfriendly towards him. Conflict with the Reddis, Harihara was in conflict with the Reddis of Adanki and Kondavidu. This struggle ended with Harihara's kingdom absorbing their territories. Northern threats. Delhi Sultanate, territories across the Krishna River were still under the Sultan of Delhi, with Kutuk Khan as the governor of Devagiri. Kutuk Khan was expected to try and reclaim lost territories. Southern and western threats. Ballala III, the king of Karnataka, a longtime rival, wanted to conquer Harihara's small state on the Tungabhadra River. He had tried many times before but failed. The political instability after the revolt against Muhammad bin Tughlaq gave him another chance, but Vidyaranya's smart strategy stopped him. Consolidation. Harihara's first task was to strengthen and organize his kingdom for defense. Forts. In those times, the security of a kingdom depended on the strength of its forts. Harihara's capital, Anagond, had fallen to enemies twice before. He wanted a safer capital. Choosing a new capital. Advice from Vidyaranya suggested moving the capital to a safer location. New location. Harihara chose a spot on the opposite bank of the Tungabhadra River, near the temple of Virupaksha, surrounded by three hills, Hemkuta, Matanga, and Malaivanta. Foundation of Vijaynagara. Harihara laid the foundations of the new capital, Vijaynagara, on the day of his coronation. The new capital had strong walls and a deep ditch for protection. It took 7 years to complete the construction. New capital. Once ready, Harihara moved to Vijaynagara and ruled from his palace on Hemakuta hill. Harihara built a strong fortress called Vijaynagara to protect his kingdom. This was not the only fortress he built. Badami. Harihara strengthened, made stronger, the walls of an old fort in a place called Badami. He put a strong army there, led by a capable, very good, officer. This was to stop any attacks from the Delhi Sultanate's army from a place called Devagiri. Udayagiri. Harihara made a fort in Udayagiri, located in the Nellore district, the main place for his eastern province. He put his younger brother, Kampana, in charge of this place. Booty. He made his other younger brother, Bukka, his Yuvaraja, crown prince, and co-regent, shared ruler. Bukka was in charge of a fort in Guti, located in the Anantapur district. Bukka's job was to watch over Ballala III and protect the western side of the kingdom, internal administration defense first. After making sure the kingdom was safe with strong forts and armies, Harihara focused on improving things inside the kingdom. Helping farmers. Harihara encouraged farmers to clear forests and use new land for farming. He made it easy for them by giving the land on easy terms, simple agreements. Organizing the country. He divided the country into smaller parts called sthalas, nadus, and semas. He created a system of officials, people with important jobs, to collect taxes and manage local administration. Results: these measures, actions, helped increase the state's income, money, and government. The growth of Harihara's kingdom happened because of his wars and conquests. One major conquest was of the Hoysala kingdom, which began after the year 1338. This conquest started during the last years of Ballala III, who was the king of the Hoysala kingdom. Conflict with Hoysala kingdom. Initial conflicts. Bukka, brother of Harihara, had some fights with Ballapa Dandanaika, who was a minister and chief commander for Ballala III. These small fights grew into a big war against the Hoysalas. Capture of Panugonda. After 1340, Bukka captured an important fortress called Panugonda in the Anantapur district. Bukka moved his headquarters to Panugonda from another place called Guti. This fortress was valuable because it became a base for further operations against the Hoysala kingdom. The Hoysala king, Ballala III, was busy with other problems in the Tamil country, a region in the south. Ballala III had freed a region called Tondemandalam and put a ruler named Sambhuvaraya on the throne in Kanchi. Ballala wanted to conquer the entire south and bring it under his control. Conflict with Sultan of Madura. Ballala III got involved in a war with the Sultan of Madura. Because of this war, Ballala couldn't focus on fighting Bukka and the Vijaynagara kingdom. As a result, Ballala lost some territory to Vijaynagara. Ballala's downfall. Although Ballala III initially did well in his war against the Sultan of Madura, things took a bad turn in 1342. The Sultan of Madura tricked Ballala by pretending to want peace. During the truce, the Sultan attacked Ballala's camp, destroyed his army, and captured Ballala. The Sultan then killed Ballala after taking all his wealth. The defeat and capture of Ballala III marked the end of the Hoysala kingdom's power. His son, Virupaksha Ballala, Ballala IV, became king in June 1343. Despite being crowned king, Ballala IV had no real power. The Hoysala army was destroyed in the war against the Sultan of Madura. The kingdom's treasury, money, was empty because Ballala III spent it trying to free himself. Many nobles and important people, including the commander-in-chief Ballappa Dandanaika, abandoned Ballala IV. They joined the king of Vijaynagara, leaving Ballala IV even weaker. Attacked by Vijaynagara. The armies of Vijaynagara attacked Ballala IV. He couldn't fight back effectively and had to flee, run away, within 3 months of becoming king. Resistance by local chieftains. Even after Ballala IV ran away, local leaders in the Hoysala kingdom resisted the invaders. It took until 1346 for Bukka, a leader from Vijaynagara, to fully control the Hoysala territories. Victory celebration. The conquest of the Hoysala kingdom was a major military success for Harihara I. There was a big celebration in Vijaynagara to mark the victory. A grand festival was held in 1346 at Sringeri, led by Vidyatirtha, a spiritual leader. Harihara I, his brothers, and all